Dilemma. Situation when we must make difficult decisions. Predicament. Conundrum. Confusion. Many students face a dilemma when choosing between career paths and passions. A dilemma often arises when individuals are forced to choose between two goods. Longevity. Describe the length of one's lifetime. Durability. Long life. Continuation. Longevity in careers often depends on adaptability and continuous learning efforts. Longevity in business requires adaptability to changing markets and consumer needs. Consensus. General agreement among a group of people. Agreement. Like-mindedness. Accord. A global consensus on climate change is essential for effective action and progress. The general consensus is that healthcare should be more accessible and affordable. Intervention. The act of becoming involved in an argument. Mediation. Involvement. Arbitration. Intervention by the United Nations helped prevent a humanitarian crisis in the region. Successful intervention in the economy can reduce unemployment and foster growth. Manipulation. Controlling something or someone in a clever way. Regulation. Operation. Exploitation. Genetic manipulation in agriculture has sparked ethical and environmental debates. The manipulation of data in research can lead to misleading conclusions and results. Resentment. Angry feelings caused by unfair treatment. Bitterness. Hostility. Animosity. Unresolved resentment can strain relationships and hinder open communication. Transparent communication can help alleviate resentment in challenging situations. Catastrophe. A sudden and widespread disaster. Tragedy. Calamity. Mishap. War is often considered a humanitarian catastrophe with lasting consequences. A global economic catastrophe can severely impact developing nations the most. Accusation. A claim that someone is guilty of a crime. Condemnation. Charge. Imputation. False accusations can have serious consequences for the accused individual's life. The court dismissed the accusation due to a lack of substantial supporting evidence. Successor. A person who follows next in order. Inheritor. Beneficiary. Descendant. A worthy successor should be capable of continuing the work of their predecessor. His successor introduced modern strategies that revitalized the struggling company. Assurance. A positive promise, pledge, or guarantee. Promise. Guarantee. Assertion. The manager provided assurance that the project would be completed on time. Their assurance of immediate action reassured the community after the incident. Concession. Something that is allowed or given up. Negotiation. Settlement. Compromise. His concession during the negotiation resulted in a mutually beneficial agreement. The government made a concession to promote economic growth during tough times. Mechanism. The technical aspects of doing something. Procedure. Technique. System. The immune system has a remarkable mechanism for defending against diseases. Recycling provides an efficient mechanism to manage waste and reduce pollution. Persuasion. The act of causing people to believe something. Inducement. Motivation. Enticement. Successful persuasion requires both confidence and a deep knowledge of the topic. Persuasion often involves a balance between emotional appeal and factual evidence. Vanity. The excessive pride in one's own abilities. Egotism. Pompousness. Arrogance. His vanity made him overly competitive, straining friendships and professional ties. Vanity often drives people to spend beyond their means on superficial appearances. Compensation. Money given to someone in recognition of loss. Remuneration. Commission. Payoff. The government introduced compensation schemes for victims of natural disasters. Adequate compensation for workers ensures a motivated and productive workforce. Evolution. Process of development through gradual changes. Progression. Emergence. Development. Human evolution has been influenced by both environmental and genetic factors. The evolution of technology has transformed how people communicate and work. Possession. The condition of having or owning something. Belongings. Asset. Commodity. Inheritance laws regulate the rightful possession of assets after someone's passing. Proper documentation is necessary for possession and transfer of valuable property. Allowance. Money allotted for a particular purpose. Allotment. Payment. Grant. The enterprise provided a travel allowance to employees for attending conferences. Many argue that universal child care allowance supports working parents significantly. Exaggeration. Extreme, or overstatement of the truth. Elaboration. Amplification. Magnification. Critics accused the author of exaggeration to sensationalize the historical events. Exaggeration in advertising misleads consumers about product quality or benefits. Apology. A regretful acknowledgement of a failure. Atonement. Plea. Admission of guilt. A sincere apology can repair relationships damaged by misunderstanding or conflict. Public figures often issue an apology to mitigate the damage caused by controversies. Millennium. A period of 1,000 years. Generation. Epoch. Chronology. Climate change has become a defining challenge of this millennium for all nations. The art collection spans over a millennium, showcasing diverse cultural influences. Perseverance. Continued effort to do or achieve something. Determination. Persistence. Dedication. Perseverance in humanitarian efforts inspires hope in communities facing adversity. The athlete's perseverance helped him recover from injury and win the competition. Essence. The most important idea or quality of something. Synopsis. Abstract. Summarization. The essence of effective communication lies in clarity, honesty, and understanding. The essence of democracy is ensuring equal rights and opportunities for everyone. Endorsement. The action of supporting someone or something. Approval. Sanction. Authorization. The endorsement of new policies by influential leaders can accelerate social change. The company's endorsement by famous figures improved its marketability drastically. Harmony. A pleasing combination of different parts. Coordination. Balance. Accordance. The artwork reflects harmony between modern techniques and traditional styles. Cultural harmony plays a key role in fostering peaceful coexistence within societies. Coincidence. Events occur at the same time by chance. Chance. Good luck. Happy incident. The coincidence of identical results strengthened the validity of the experiment. A mere coincidence led to the discovery of an invaluable scientific breakthrough. Endurance. The ability to withstand hardship or adversity. Durability. Stability. Lasting power. The marathon tested their physical and mental endurance to the absolute limit. Endurance sports challenge not only physical strength, but also mental resilience. Indifference. Lacking interest or enthusiasm in things. Apathy. Dispassion. Aloofness. Indifference can sometimes signal emotional detachment or fear of vulnerability. Indifference toward social issues often leads to widespread injustice and inequality. Courtesy. Polite behavior that shows respect for others. Politeness. Gentility. Courteousness. The host's courtesy made guests feel welcomed and comfortable during the event. The company's courtesy in resolving complaints earned customer loyalty and trust. Procedure. An established method of doing something. Formula. Method. Course of action. Following the correct procedure ensures the accuracy of the scientific experiment. The surgical procedure was conducted successfully with no complications reported. Retention. The act of keeping someone or something. Conserving. Upholding. Protection. Teachers must use diverse methods to improve retention of academic content. Poor retention of information often results from ineffective learning techniques. Sustainability. Ability to be maintained at a certain rate or level. Potency. Reliability. Survivability. Sustainability in agriculture ensures long-term productivity and ecological balance. The project focuses on achieving sustainability through renewable energy sources. Resilience. Ability to recover from illness and adversity. Determination. Toughness. Tenacity. Building emotional resilience helps individuals cope with stress and adversity. The community's resilience after the disaster was a testament to their strength. Amendment. A change made to an original document. Alteration. Change. Correction. A minor amendment to the contract resolved the dispute between both parties. Public opinion played a significant role in advocating for legislative amendments. Contradiction. Ideas that are opposed to one another. Reverse. Contrary. Incongruity. There was a clear contradiction between the witness's testimony and the evidence. A contradiction between facts and assumptions can lead to misleading conclusions. Privilege. Special benefits available only to some people. Advantage. Benefit. Prerogative. Economic privilege often translates into better healthcare and living standards. Social privilege often creates disparities in opportunities and access to resources. Diplomacy. Ability to manage international relations. Discretion. Tactfulness. Foreign policy. The ambassador's diplomatic skills were essential in securing the peace agreement. Effective diplomacy can resolve conflicts without resorting to military intervention. Elimination. Complete removal or destruction of something. Termination. Abolition. Removal. The elimination of fossil fuels would drastically reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Elimination of outdated policies can lead to more efficient government operations. Auction. A public sale of goods to the highest bidder. Bidding. Public sale. Trading. Online auctions have revolutionized the way people buy and sell goods globally. The auction house will showcase several rare antiques during next month's event. Diversity. The state of being different, or varied. variety, manifoldness, multiplicity. Diversity in the workplace promotes creativity and innovation among employees. Diversity in thought encourages solutions to problems from multiple perspectives. Bias. Prejudice for or against one person or group. Favoritism, unfairness, leaning. Gender bias in the workplace continues to affect women's career opportunities. Bias in decision-making can negatively impact the fairness of judicial proceedings. Exposure. The state of being vulnerable or exposed. Susceptibility, vulnerability, contact. Media exposure can shape public opinion and influence societal norms and values. Early exposure to different cultures can broaden one's outlook and understanding. Hazard. An unavoidable danger or risk. Jeopardy, imperilment, danger. Natural hazards such as floods and earthquakes are difficult to predict accurately. Smoking is a significant health hazard that increases the risk of numerous diseases. Inclination. A person's natural tendency or urge. Propensity, proneness, partiality. Her inclination to explore new ideas often led to groundbreaking innovations. Her inclination to help others earned her widespread respect in the community. Collaboration. Working together for a common purpose. Partnership, association, affiliation. Lack of collaboration often leads to inefficiencies and conflicts within organizations. Collaboration enhances creativity by combining different perspectives and expertise. Conservation. Prevention of wasteful use of a resource. Preservation, protection, guarding. Water conservation should be a priority to address increasing global shortages. Conservation of historical landmarks ensures the preservation of cultural heritage. Longing. A strong desire for something or someone. Desire, yearning, hankering. The novel beautifully captures the protagonist's longing for love and acceptance. Despite her achievements, she couldn't suppress her longing for creative freedom. Negotiation. Discussion aimed at reaching an agreement. Compromise. Settlement. Discussion. Trade negotiation between nations can strengthen economic ties and partnerships. Negotiation between labor unions and employers often focuses on wage increases. Obligation. A moral or legal duty to do something. Accountability. Onus. Responsibility. Fulfilling social obligations often strengthens relationships within communities. Parents have a moral obligation to provide their children with proper education. Redundancy. Situation where worker is no longer needed. Oversupply. Surplus. Needlessness. Automation has increased concerns about redundancy among industrial workers. The report contained redundancy, repeating key points multiple times unnecessarily. Solitude. The state or situation of being alone. Isolation. Aloneness. Desolation. Solitude often inspires creativity and provides clarity during times of uncertainty. Artists and writers frequently seek solitude to focus on their craft uninterrupted. Triumph. A great success, achievement, or victory. Conquest. Attainment. Fulfillment. Triumph in adversity often highlights an individual's resilience and perseverance. Triumph in any field demands hard work, resilience, and unwavering commitment. Adaptation. Adjustment to environmental conditions. Adjustment. Modification. Expansion. Climate change necessitates global adaptation to protect vulnerable communities. Successful adaptation to new environments is crucial for long-term personal growth. Bankruptcy. Unable to repay outstanding debts of a business. Insolvency. Financial ruin. Failure. Many small businesses face bankruptcy during prolonged economic recessions. Declaring bankruptcy can provide individuals with a chance to restart financially. Discrimination. Unjust treatment of diverse categories of people. Inequity. Injustice. One-sidedness. Laws have been enacted to address discrimination in both public and private sectors. Gender discrimination in the workplace can lower employee morale and productivity. Hospitality. Friendly or welcoming behavior towards guests. Generosity, amiability, kindness. Hospitality is an important aspect of creating a welcoming atmosphere for guests. The tourism industry heavily relies on the hospitality sector for customer pleasure. Inspection. The act of looking at something carefully. Examination, analysis, observation. Regular inspection ensures that safety standards are maintained in all workplaces. An inspection of the financial records revealed several discrepancies in transactions. Legend. Set of popular stories from ancient times. Mythology, tradition, folklore. Many legends reflect societal values and moral lessons from past generations. Legends of lost treasures continue to intrigue adventurers and researchers alike. Optimism. Expecting that the best will happen. Hopefulness, confidence, buoyancy. Optimism often leads to innovative solutions during challenging circumstances. The community's optimism about rebuilding after the disaster was truly inspiring. Recognition. Ability to recognize someone or something. Acceptance, acknowledgement, granting. Hard work and dedication often lead to recognition and professional advancement. Recognition of cultural diversity promotes inclusivity and social harmony worldwide. Abuse. To treat someone cruelly or violently. Maltreatment, bullying, oppression. Emotional abuse can have long-lasting effects on an individual's mental well-being. The abuse of social media platforms often leads to misinformation and harassment. Speculation. Ideas about something that is not known. Conjecture, assumption, supposition. Speculation about the future of artificial intelligence continues to spark debates. Excessive speculation in the stock market can lead to sudden and drastic collapses. Competence. The ability to do something successfully. Aptitude, efficacy, expertise. High levels of competence in scientific research lead to groundbreaking discoveries. Competence in problem-solving is a valued quality in today's competitive job market. Distinction. The quality of being special or different. Distinctiveness. Contrast. Separation. The distinction between urban and rural lifestyles is becoming increasingly blurred. Honesty and integrity set a clear distinction between true leaders and opportunists. Reputation. People's opinion about how good something is. Achievement. Goodness. Honor. Social media plays a significant role in shaping an individual's online reputation. A politician's reputation often determines their success in gaining public support. Extinction. The dying out or extermination of animal species. Destruction. Annihilation. Devastation. Conservation efforts aim to prevent the extinction of critically endangered animals. Education about extinction is essential to promote global environmental awareness. Prejudice. An unfair and unreasonable opinion or feeling. Bigotry. Narrow-mindedness. Animosity. Social campaigns aim to reduce prejudice in workplaces and educational institutions. Literature often explores themes of prejudice and its impact on human relationships. Stereotype. A fixed or overgeneralized belief of people. Convention. Generalization. Average. Breaking stereotypes requires challenging societal norms and advocating for change. Relying on a stereotype can lead to misunderstandings and prejudice against others. Resemblance. A way in which two or more things are alike. Uniformity. A likeness. Correspondence. Their resemblance in attitudes and behaviors helps explain their close relationship. The resemblance between the two proposals caused confusion during the meeting. Alliance. A union between people or countries. Agreement. Treaty. Settlement. Forming an alliance with other nations strengthens a country's political influence. An alliance between companies can result in shared resources and greater success. Deficiency. An insufficient amount of something. Shortage. Inadequacy. Dearth. Vitamin deficiency can lead to various health problems and weakened immunity. Deficiency in essential skills limits career growth and development opportunities. Paradigm. A typical example or pattern of something. Prototype. Standard. Template. Technological innovations often require a paradigm shift in traditional practices. The paradigm of remote work has significantly transformed workplace dynamics. Ubiquity. Existing or being everywhere at the same time. Prevalence. All presence. Worldwide. The ubiquity of advertising makes it challenging to avoid commercial influences. The ubiquity of online learning platforms has revolutionized education worldwide. Dissemination. Spreading something, especially information widely. Broadcasting. Distribution. Publication. The rapid dissemination of knowledge has been empowered by digital technology. Dissemination of climate change data encourages collective action and policy reform. Surveillance. The careful watching of a person or place. Spying. Reconnaissance. Observation. Government surveillance programs aim to prevent threats, but often spark debates. Mass surveillance systems are frequently criticized for violating individual freedoms. Panacea. Something that will solve all problems or illnesses. Remedy. Magic formula. Perfect solution. Many people believe that economic growth is a panacea for poverty alleviation. Technological advancements cannot serve as a panacea for environmental issues. Analogy. Comparison between things that have similar features. Likeness. Comparability. Metaphor. Analogies help bridge abstract ideas with tangible, everyday experiences for clarity. The analogy between the heart and a pump helped students understand circulation. Hierarchy. Organizing people into different ranks. Ranking. Ordering. Class system. Social hierarchy has historically influenced access to resources and societal privileges. Academic institutions often function within a clearly defined administrative hierarchy. Monopoly. Exclusive possession or control of something. Domination, suppression, authority. The company's monopoly over the market resulted in higher prices for customers. A monopoly in the tech industry can stifle competition and innovation significantly. Propaganda. Information that is biased or misleading in nature. Misinformation, hype, promotion. Propaganda can manipulate facts, misleading individuals to serve political agendas. The regime used propaganda to manipulate public opinion and control information. Specimen. Something shown or examined as an example. Sample, illustration, fragment. Each specimen in the lab was meticulously labeled for further genetic analysis. The butterfly specimen showcased vibrant patterns unique to its exotic species. Cliché. A phrase or opinion that is overused. Banality. Commonplace. Buzzword. Overusing clichés can make writing appear predictable and lacking originality. The notion that money can't buy happiness has become a well-known cliché. Bleak. Lacking reasons to feel happy or hopeful. Gloomy. Miserable. Depressing. The Bleak Report highlighted urgent reforms needed to address climate change. The outlook for the economy seemed bleak, with no immediate recovery in sight. Constraint. A thing that limits something or someone. Restriction. Impediment. Hindrance. Social constraints often limit individuals' freedom to express their opinions openly. Constraints in resources hindered progress toward achieving their ambitious goals. Deception. A trick or scheme used to get what you want. Fraud. Cheating. Deceitfulness. Deception can undermine trust, causing lasting damage to personal relationships. Deception is unethical, especially when it exploits vulnerable individuals for profit. Reasoning. Process of thinking in an intelligent way. Logic. Thought process. Deduction. Logical reasoning plays a crucial role in solving complex mathematical problems. Strong reasoning skills are essential for success in academic and professional fields. Irony. Words that mean the opposite of their literal meaning. Satire, mockery, double meaning. Irony underscores the unpredictable nature of life, making stories more relatable. Situational irony often enhances the dramatic effect in literature and storytelling. Hyperbole. An intentional and obvious exaggeration. Overstatement, embellishment, bombast. Writers often use hyperbole to emphasize emotions or create dramatic effects. Using hyperbole can make writing more engaging, but it should be used carefully. Nostalgia. An affectionate feeling from the past. Reminiscence. Fond memory. Recollection. Nostalgia often influences people to idealize past experiences over the present. The film uses nostalgia to connect older generations with contemporary themes. Obsession. Too much thought about someone or something. Compulsion. Fascination. Addiction. The artist's obsession with detail resulted in breathtakingly intricate masterpieces. Obsession with material wealth often leads to dissatisfaction and a lack of fulfillment. Plethora. An abundance or excess of something. Excess. Overabundance. Too many. Students have a plethora of options to choose from for extracurricular activities. There is a plethora of opportunities available for skilled professionals in this field. Intrusion. Seizing or taking possession of another's property. Invasion. Trespass. Encroachment. The unwelcome intrusion of advertisements disrupted the flow of online video. Intrusion into someone's personal space often causes distress and awkwardness. Plagiarism. Act of illegally reproducing copyrighted material. Stealing. Illegal copying. Piracy. The student claimed the plagiarism was unintentional due to improper citations. Academic institutions emphasize ethical writing practices to prevent plagiarism. Conviction. A formal declaration by the verdict of a jury. Punishment. Penalty. Imprisonment. Her conviction about the importance of education drove her relentless efforts. Conviction about health and wellness often influences personal lifestyle choices. Scrutiny. A careful and thorough examination. Investigation. Research. Exploration. Public scrutiny often compels organizations to adopt more transparent practices. The new policy underwent intense scrutiny before being implemented by officials. Standpoint. A particular way of considering something. Viewpoint. Perspective. Outlook. From a psychological standpoint, stress can affect both mental and physical health. Addressing climate change requires a global standpoint to ensure collective action. Wreck. To destroy or badly damage something. Destruction. Demolition. Wreckage. The wreck of the business empire was the result of poor financial management. The economic wreck after the financial crisis affected millions of people worldwide. Discretion. The right or ability to decide something. Choice. Judiciousness. Preference. Judicial discretion plays a critical role in determining fair and just legal outcomes. Journalists must balance discretion with the public's right to know sensitive details. Casualty. People injured or killed in an accident. Fatality. Death toll. Mortality. The accident resulted in multiple casualties, including both civilians and soldiers. Many casualties were reported after the earthquake devastated the small village.